Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Club Maryland's Bowling Club. We are at the Cauldron, the home of Club Maryland's Bowling Club. We have the women's major singles final. Chakouch, 17 years old, up against Saylee Jones. And I've had a chat to Saylee. She's quite happy for her age to be put out there. She's 78 years old and has been a stalwart of our club for so many years. In commentary, you've got myself, Gavin Holborn, and our Vice President, Brian Sherlock. Welcome, Brian.
Welcome, Gab. Looking forward to a good game this morning.
If you've been following our live streams, you would have noticed that Chakouch was in our pairs final yesterday afternoon. As I said, 17 years old, doing some amazing stuff here. First year at Club Maryland's. Chanel has the pink bowls, so she has one shot. Saylee with the blue bowls. She's got 2 seconds at the moment. We are on the first end, first to 25.
Another good bowl there, just holding it a bit wider for her. Saylee's one down. Just got the marker gave us a signal.
Saylee coming down on her forehand. It's the narrower hand of the two. Pretty close to knocking herself up for shot, and I think it's still one to Chanel. We'll wait and see for our marker, who is our president, Una Bell. You may recognise her from playing in our pairs final yesterday as well. Semi-final, sorry. So it is one to Chanel. Big day of bowls here. We've got our major women's singles final, followed by our major men's final as well. That'll be Luke Fleming against Andrew Lawrence. So some big stuff coming up today.
Should be a good game, that one also there, mate.
Absolutely.
Two bowlers have been in form all the way through it. And Chanel just coming up about a metre short there on that first bowl. Saylee's round that out and taking some grass here. This should be good there. Not much breeze to talk about today. Like the last couple of weeks where it's been really blowy. A great bowl there by Saylee.
Absolutely great bowl from Saylee. So we're going to have a brand new major singles champion. Neither of these have won a major singles championship ever, which is amazing considering the colour of both these players. As we see Chanel just go a touch tight, Jack eye nearly.
Yeah, good bowl there. Nice one to learn off.
Chanel, only 17 years old. You would have seen her in our pairs final last night, late yesterday afternoon, sorry. She's a minor singles champion from 2021 at Padstow. She's won a major pairs championship at Cabramatta, which is definitely nothing to be sneezed at, especially when you consider that she beat a couple of amazing players in Jamie Lee and Ellen, playing with Kayla Corden. That was in 2023.
So they just come a bit short with that one.
Saylee has been a stalwart of our club here for many, many years. She's been a district singles champion, as in seniors, for a couple of years. Won numerous other titles, but never won a major singles. As Chanel just
misses there. Good bowl. Unlucky.
This is one of the beauties of our sport. We've got a 17-year-old against a 78-year-old. Both have major achievements to their names at different levels, but neither one of them have ever won a major singles championship. Saylee with a great bowl.
Another great bowl there.
And whilst I'm an employee here at Club Marylands, I don't think I'm stretching the truth here when we say that the women's club here at Club Marylands is one of the top women's bowling clubs in the world. Not just Australia, not just New South Wales. One of the best women's bowling clubs in the world. If you're not sure about the geography where Marylands is, it's just south of Parramatta, quite a big CBD in Sydney. And not far up the road we have Cabramatta and St John's Park, which are the other two major women's clubs, as we see Chanel playing big weight, just staying out wide. The bar has been set in women's bowls throughout the world by Cabramatta. Absolutely chock-a-block full of, well, jackaroos for a start, Brian. There's not too many other players that have not been internationals in their women's side. Saylee's made 3 out of this. And you can see the paddles being held up there by our marker, Una Bell, president of Club Marylands Bowling Club. We're a unified club. Men's and women's are 2 separate clubs originally. They've been unified now. Like most clubs in New South Wales, there's been a big push obviously from bowls in New South Wales from they unified 2.5, 3 years ago. And most bowling clubs in New South Wales are now unified gender-wise. We know there was a lot of states that did that very, very early. Victoria and Queensland being a couple of those. Saylee Jones, as I said, not far shy of 80 years old, playing in a high level here, leading 3-1 over 17-year-old Chakouch, getting a toucher, finishing jack high.
And nice bowl there by Chanel.
Yep, Chanel's finished in there for shot.
Saylee's bowl's on the way down now.
And just a reminder, at the conclusion of this, our major women's singles final, we will have the major men's singles final.
Also, if you're in the area, you can drop in for breakfast, which is on now, with the breakfast special going.
So the hand that Saylee's just played there, that's the wider hand. The clubhouse side on the left side of screen is definitely a little bit narrower. Chanel asking for confirmation if she's holding one, and that's correct. And at this time of the morning, the green will be changing for the at least the next half an hour. It'll settle down, then it'll change again. So it is not going to be easy for these ladies to be able to keep adjusting to what's happening. Chanel a touch shy.
Only one down still. For Saylee.
Couple of seconds.
Giving this a bit more weight here. Being more positive, just needs to get down and past that.
Oh, she's close.
Got
She's done it.
She's got the shot there.
Gave herself every chance. No prizes for guessing what Chanel will play here. She'll be looking to play just through. She's got second. It's very close for third if the jack moves a touch. So get the bowl, move the jack a touch. Close for three.
Just trying to draw this one. Just not enough turn for her.
Yeah, that was very, very, very good weight for what she was looking at. So another one to Saylee Jones. She leads 4-1. So just going back to the green speed, we think it's probably running probably up 15.5, close to 16 already. It'll get up to probably close to 18 in the afternoon, especially if we get the greenkeepers to do another roll between this game and the men's game. So it's running very, very well. No breeze at the moment that will affect the players. But what we will find at this time of the day, it will start to dry out a little bit. It'll get a little bit quicker, and then all of a sudden it'll bring all the moisture out of the ground and it'll actually slow down again. So it will get quite tricky around about 10:30, 11 o'clock. So if you see the head start to spread out a bit, it's not because the player's going off, it's about the conditions and trying to adjust to them.
Yeah, good weight by that Saylee there, just getting about probably 2 metres past. She wasn't going to be short with the first one.
Got great family connections here at Maryland's. Saylee's daughter, Sue, is out here watching her mum, supporting her. And then we've got Chanel, we've got her mum out there supporting her. Actually, she's got a few family members out here supporting her as well.
Hey, just rubbing them through again.
In front of the camera there, that's Saylee's daughter, Sue. One of our amazing volunteers at the club, as we see her mum, Saylee, just go through, but will have shot. Just a metre behind.
Yeah, it could take the players at least 4 ends here to get used to the speed, even though they had the 2 roll-ups, but yeah, great bowl there.
But it's the time of day where things will change pretty quickly, Brian, as you know. And it'll be all about who adjusts
The quickest.
best over the next... Well, it'll change for probably a good hour. It'll have one really quick period where it'll change a lot. And then it'll just be a slow process. This is the narrow hand that Saylee's played, but it is going to turn a lot more these days when we're talking about a 16-second green. Chanel holding shot. Looking good here from Chanel.
It took nice grass.
That's a counter, I believe. It is a metre short, but I think it does beat that back one of Saylee's. Not quite a metre according to our marker, Unabel. Saylee going to stay out on this?
Taking it a lot wider than...
Yeah, look, it's the clubhouse side, and I don't know that she's taken it out that much wider, but she just actually has too much weight to get back.
So there's a good chance here for Chanel to draw another one and to get a 3.
Great bowling from young Chanel, 17 years old. Great shot. Acknowledged by the crowd out there. We can hear a bit of clapping from here where we are. We're inside. Looking out through the windows, and that's got to be 3, I think. Chanel's pointing to her front one. She's giving that one. Saylee's giving that one.
Oh, looking forward now.
Yeah, Chanel's going to measure for the 4th. So Chanel will be off to Tasmania in about a month's time for the Nationals.
Between
now and then, with the 4, between now and then, she has her HSC. One of the most stressful things in anyone's life. Going through the HSC, she's doing very well with that. Trying to balance her bowls in her school time. So I don't think Chanel will be upset that I say that she's not actually at a peak at the moment. She's been concentrating on her schoolwork, and she'll be at a peak for the Nationals early November in Tasmania.
Need a -1. Need a -1. Should be 5-3.
Great start from Chanel. Right in behind it, no target. The score is 5-4, Chanel over Saylee. Great effort from Saylee. She's one down with a bowl 8 inches short of Jack High. Chanel's going to change her hand. What a great bowl from Chanel. That counts. 2 shots, young Chanel, 17-year-old versus 78-year-old. This is the beauty of our sport. It's a sport for all ages. Saylee doesn't have to do a great deal different to her last. Looks like she's a little bit wider.
She's gone wide again too, so still rolling. Just coming up short.
So Chanel with the pink bowls, holding 2 shots, leading 5-4. Looking to get just in behind. No prizes for guessing that Saylee is going to be a little bit heavier here, making sure that she's up amongst this. Chanel in a great position, holding to best back. Well, the grass here from Saylee looks good. It's just a matter of whether she's got the right weight for that grass. And
it's coming back.
Cracking
Great
effort. Well, she's sat on the shot bowl. Looking live. We're about Jack High live. I still can't pick who's got shot. I do favour Saylee's from here, but there's no signal from our marker. I still can't pick who's got shot. I do favour Saylee's from here, but Chanel having a good look. So Chanel has released her bowl. I would think she's one down, but it's pretty close.
Standing in
Cracking weight. That's what she wanted to play. She has rolled what I thought was the shot bowl out. Looking live, I think it's one to Chanel. But Saylee will have the final answer here. And Saylee may well have 3 seconds. Chanel has the best backwood. Best 3 backwoods. So Saylee will have a choice here. If she's down, which I believe she is looking jack high live, she can roll that bowl out on the backhand between her own 2 bowls and sit for 4. She's played all 3 bowls on a forehand so far. She's choosing backhands. I would believe that she's looking to get down there between her 2 bowls, roll Chanel out for a multiple. Well, she's in the area to change something. She's onto her own bowl. She's moved the jack. Chanel's clapping, and I think it's at least one to Saylee. And it may be close for second. Chanel, she's got 2 fingers out. What a bowl from Saylee.
A grey bowl there. Come through, picked up the jack.
Yes, it's 2 shots. So Saylee hits the lead, 6-5. And Brian, you couldn't meet 2 other people with bigger smiles, apart from maybe Noah.
Noah, yeah.
Noah Jacek.
No, it doesn't matter what it is.
Chanel had the nickname over at St John's Park of Smiley, and that's a very good reason for that. She doesn't stop smiling. And Saylee, we've known for many, many years. And you couldn't say that her nickname wouldn't be Smiley either. She just does not stop smiling either. Lovely lady. Well, a great start there from Saylee Jones. 6-5, first to 25. This is the Maryland's Magic Women's Major Singles Championship. We've got 17-year-old Chanel up against 78-year-old Saylee Jones. And I did check with Saylee this morning to double check I'm able to say her age, and she was quite comfortable with that. She's been there and done that for many, many years. And she's doing some amazing stuff at senior level. Oh, very, very good bowl from Saylee. She's holding a couple there.
Yeah, 2 good bowls there.
What a reply from Chanel. This will be shot, I think. It's a tiny bit short. Hard to tell from this angle. No response from our marker. It has forced Saylee to change her hand. This is a much narrower hand. And Saylee is taken a little bit wider.
Just goes around the back, a couple of metres.
So Chanel hasn't asked for any clarification from the marker, and it wouldn't have changed her shot anyway. So Chanel will be coming down here. Inside or onto her own bowl would be ideal, and she is in the area for that. She's just inside, and she's going to nail that jack.
Nice bowl. It's one now.
Saylee has two, about 2 feet behind. A much narrower line on this one. So it's all about a weight, but I don't think she's going to get back with the weight she's played. So Chanel does not have to change much on the last bowl. Inside her wide bowl. Didn't see the hand signal from the marker there.
But looking at our screen there, I'd
well,
say
it's definitely
one.
shot. Yeah, it's just whether it was two. I don't think it is, but very good line here again from Chanel, but she's just going to fall short. So I think we'll have that one shot to Chanel. It'll be 6-6. First to 25 in the Club Maryland's Women's Major Singles Final. And it is just the one.
Oh no, she's got the measure. Going too early there, Gav.
Well, I'd just like to let the viewers know that our cameras are fairly low, so the zoom angles on these, what you see on screen could be quite deceptive. Oh,
yep, only one.
6 inches by the looks of that. And that's why we're trying to rely on our marker and a bell to give us signals during the ends. Up in the background there you can see Cheryl Gillard, a stalwart of our club also. She's doing our boards. Very short end here from Chanel. Saylee has called the umpire up. So the mat is a fair way up, as you can see on that angle there, and the jack. That logo is the bottom of the logo, so the white Club Maryland's, that is 2 metres up from the tee. So the jack is another metre and a half at least, nearly 2 metres short of the bottom of that. So that is 4 metres from the tee, so it's just a matter of where that mat is.
The mat looks like it's on the end of the line. Looking on my other camera here.
Yes, umpire Maureen Randall has said it's about 8 inches long, too short. Thrown it back. I do like the tacticalness of Chanel there to try and change things up. We're looking at a 16-second green. It'll start to speed up. By the end of the day, it'll be close to 18 the way it's been going in recent weeks. At this time of the morning, it would have started 15 and a half. It'll be about 16 now. It'll start to speed up again. So to try and put on minimum length, very good tactical nous there from Chanel. Saylee's going to extend it, but it's not huge. The jack will be close to the tee, but the mat is up a good 4 metres. Not a bad opening start from Chanel Chakouch. She's 2 feet short and 1 foot or 2 narrow. There is a bit of breeze in the background, but this rink's fairly protected. So you can see from this angle, this angle is from the street. As we see Saylee pretty close to shot. One down though. Yeah, so we're looking from the street. We've got the L shape of the club. As you can see the clubhouse on the left and the clubhouse in the background. And if the wind does come up, it does swirl a lot in that L shape. But from where the camera is now, Chanel falls a touch tight. Maybe one to Saylee. Lots of bowls to come. Yes, but from the street behind it, there is a hedge. So the wind will come up and over that. So there'll be very little breeze for the 10 metres leading into where the jack is. The players may be feeling it in their face. Well, this bowl from Chanel looks like the shot.
Yeah, nice bowl, just went a couple of feet behind.
Yeah, where Jack High here, it's probably 18 inches behind. Live, I do favour Chanel's left-hand bowlers being second shot. Saylee's tight again, so she's going to need luck off this, and she's got that.
Oh, it's probably got second and third now.
Yep. And Saylee will have last bowl, so Chanel needs to get another one in the head here. And the way she's been playing, I will back her to draw second shot here for sure. And she does not disappoint. Great shooting, Chanel. Seventeen 17 years old, maturity beyond her years with regards to bowls now. Not much phases though. Saylee be down here on the forehand with a bit of weight. That's the narrow hand. With any weight, that hand will hang. But if she could have gone under that, she would have hit. Chanel shot bowl into the other one. She could have made 3 or 4, and we're going to break this deadlock. It'll now be 8-6 to Chanel Chakouch against Saylee Jones. So just recapping, we have our major women's singles championship final. First at 25, we have Chanel Chakouch, 17 years old, against Saylee Jones, 78 years old. So we have We have some amazing age differences here. Both of these ladies have some amazing championship wins, regional wins, state wins, but not one of them have actually won a major singles championship. So we're going to have a new major champion, not just at Maryland's, but within the state. Both of these have won championships, won singles championships, but not a club major singles championship, as we see Chanel drawing second shot again.
So Saylee's bowl's coming down now. Starting to turn. Just not enough weight to get it in there. Chanel's on the mat now. Bowl's about halfway down now. It's turning in. Taking nice grass, but also drop the weight. So both players then, they took the grass, but they lost their speed on it. Saylee's going a bit more narrow here. Gets inside her bowl. Yep. Just a wait. Just goes a couple of metres past. Chanel's bowl's coming down and in now. Going wider again. Just getting one around the backside there. Just in case Saylee comes down. Backhand again. No. Well, she might be changing the forehand. Yep. Just trying to draw the forehand in. Nice grass there. Now it's going to come down to a weight. There's plenty of room to draw into. And again, just the weight beats her. So it looks like it'll be 2 shots. Yep, 2 shots there. And nice ball there by Chanel. So they just need this to turn now. Oh, just misses, just goes behind.
Good position. So recapping, we've got 17-year-old Chanel Chakouch leading Saylee Jones 10-6, first to 25, Maryland's major women's singles championship. As we see Chanel coming down with another very good bowl. She's knocked Saylee's out. Her closest one another bowl out, so it's got to be 2 shots there to Chanel. Pretty important part of the game here. If Chanel makes a couple of shots here, takes it up to a +4 shots, so 6 shots as it stands now.
Yeah, so
Would be quite a timely lead.
Just missing a line again. She's had nice weight, but just missing the line.
Interesting to see what Chanel will play here. She's holding 2, but if Saylee gets positive and brings that jack back, she can make 4. And this is a 3rd shot coming in for Chanel. So it's going to come down to Saylee. What does she want to do? Does she want to try and cut it down? Or does she want to try and move that jack back for 4 shots, tie the game up? As it stands, Chanel will have a 7-shot lead.
A bit too narrow.
And Chanel does hold that 7-shot lead. A very solid lead at this stage of any singles game, let alone a club major singles final. 13-6. More than halfway there. Young Chanel. She has this great lead over club stalwart Saylee Jones. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this game, we'll be going into the men's major singles final. We have Luke Fleming up against Andrew Lawrence.
And both players have been in great form all the way through the singles. There's a great start there by Chanel.
Yep, 1.5 foot short. Yes, both those men's players are in good form, as you say, Brian. But neither have won a singles championship at Marylands. Both do have major single championships up their sleeve, as we see Saylee sail past. So Saylee may be feeling some of the pressure here. Great shot from Chanel. In my experience with Chanel over several years, she just does not seem to let pressure get to her. If you want someone to play a big bowl under pressure, Chanel will be one of the ones you'd go to. But what a reply here from Saylee.
Oh, just gets a bump on it.
She's probably still 2 down, but it's a much better position for her. Chanel's deciding to change hands here, so this is a narrower hand. She's turned her back on it, but it's going to finish in a decent spot. Oh no, it's just a little bit shy. If she split those 2 back bowls, would have been good. So Saylee now, she'll go forehand. She won't be short, and she will look to move the bowl or the jack. And here we have 78-year-old Saylee chasing her bowl down the green.
She's liking
What a good shot.
Oh.
Won't be the shot, but she will have probably second shot with options galore. So she'll come back down on this backhand, trying to split these bowls and
It's on the around
just
there.
crashed her own, which probably brings another one in. So she's holding, looking live, she's holding at least two. But Saylee has the option of playing a little bit through. She's got the best three behind. Bit of a gamble here, Brian. If she gets this, she could be 3 shots behind. If she misses it, she could be 9 shots behind.
Yeah, it's got to. I think she's going to play a forehand and just try and draw onto it and hopefully move the jack back a bit. It's got a nice turn, but not coming in the way she wants.
No, so it's at least 1 to Chanel. Could be as many as 3. My guess is it's 2. Live, the headies are well up from us, and it is 2. So Chanel Chakouch, 15-6 leader, first to 25. You may have seen Chanel and her mum Kate Morgan yesterday in the pairs final. Right into it up until about the last 4 or 5 ends. A bit of bad luck, a bit of good luck, and the score in the end did not reflect it, but Chanel is a runner-up in the women's major pairs final with her mum. Met up a few metres. Jack about, well, 8 or 9 metres short of the tee, and she's nailed the weight with the first bowl. So quite a short end. Saylee opting on this narrower club side hand. Fairly quick, and I think that was the tactic that Chanel wanted. Shorten this up. Takes her Saylee out of it. Oh, Chanel Chakouch, what a bowl. This is why this kid is going to nationals in under 18s and will be for, look, I might be wrong, but it's got to be close to her 4th time at nationals, under 18s. Only 17. Good correction from Saylee, but a good metre short. Chanel leading 15-6, 10 shots to win the game, and she's holding a couple already. Another great bowl here from Chanel. That'll be a counter. So the pressure is on Saylee. She's going to stick to this forehand, which would suggest she's going to be up and through it. Trying to beat that wing bowl or knock her own bowl up, and she's done that with good weight. And that is 1 shot to Saylee. Oh, Chanel's not far away here. Oh, Chanel Chakouch, what a bowl. 1 down. Well, she may still be one down looking live, but what a great effort.
Saylee's just coming down to have a look at the head.
Yeah, Saylee's going to have a look, but looking live, we're not far from Jack High. We're inside the clubhouse, not far from Jack High. It's pretty sure it's one to Saylee. Very important bowl here, 9 down. She's all 10 shots shy of winning this major singles championship. And when you consider the talent that we have here at Club Marylands in women's bowls, it's a bit of a fairy tale story for both these. We've got a junior and I believe the oldest female in the draw, Brian. I may be proved wrong, but looking through the draw, I'm pretty sure that well and truly that Saylee's the oldest player in this draw.
I think she would be.
And she is very close on that wide hand. That'll be 2 shots to Saylee Jones. Back in amongst it. Well, we're going to have a measure. So it's definitely one to Saylee.
I think if I'm right, every time she's gone for the measure, she's lost it.
Well, I will never criticise anyone for going for a measure. So Saylee's reduced the gap a little bit here. Fairly long end here from Saylee. The jack does stay up.
Got a new camera operator today.
Well, Saylee is going to sail into the ditch.
Oh, nice play on words there, Gav.
Thank you very much. I've been saving that one for weeks. Saylee Jones had to beat the mother-daughter combination of Sam Teague and Annabelle Teague in the quarter-final and semi-final. As we see Chanel, well, she's going to stay on, I think, a good metre behind, but it is a very long end. Yes, 14-year-old Annie, she was 14 at the time, I think, now 15. Saylee got the better of her over at Guildford. That's our sister club that we play a lot of our championships on. As we see a great correction from Saylee Jones.
Yeah, great bowl here.
Great stuff from 78-year-old Saylee Jones. I know the Teagues are watching from up in Forbes. Both Sam and Annabelle travel down here 3.5 hours at most weekends as we see Chanel just go through. And just a reminder, it was Saylee who won the last end and set this length. She went into the ditch with the first bowl, but her second and third bowls, well, second and third bowls, amazing. Chanel has 2 to come.
Discussing how close the Jack is to the bowl there.
There's not much of a target. I do know that Chanel likes to play that good weight up through things. So it'll be just interesting whether she wants to try and... Well, she only got to take 2 feet off. She'll get at least second, if not shot. She finishes Jack high, she'll make it easy, but she's going to go early. And this is the sort of shot that Chanel likes, and she is very close. She's got at least one. She's got both. The Jack has gone in the ditch. Saylee's bowl has gone back a little bit also. We'll see where our marker Una places the marker, but I think it may well be one to Saylee still. No movement from Una. Una's put the finger up and said, yes, Saylee, you have shot, and it is right in front of Saylee's bowl. However, what Chanel has done is set up, well, something that was well and truly 2 down. It was going to be very difficult, Brian.
Yeah.
If Saylee doesn't do anything here, Chanel has a very good shot on to take a bowl out for 2. Oh, Saylee's close. That's 2 shots to Saylee, and it's very difficult to get both of those out.
Well, she's just got to either play the forehand and just draw back into it and try and get as close to the edge.
Well, I think Chanel's shot here is go 1 down.
Yeah, they've got to get rid of both.
Go 1 down, you're happy. She's got a 7-shot lead. She's only 10 shots shy of winning this game. If she can take one of these bowls out of the count, my thought is that Chanel will stay on a forehand. She'll play a good couple of yards through, sit one of Saylee's bowls, go 1 down, or sit and stay and maybe get the shot. I think that's the bowl. 2 metres through. Chanel is a very academic player of this game. She will look at all the angles, she'll think of the percentages, and she'll play the shot that she feels is the best percentage shot for her to either make shot or reduce the count. So she's decided to go to the backhand. That is a narrower side. She does have those couple of metres which I expected, and she's just going to go through the gap. So 2 to Saylee, 15-10 lead to Chanel over Saylee. First to 25. And that was Saylee setting the length that end, so I'd assume she'll play something similar. She's put the mat a metre and a half up from the tee. I will assume that she'll try and put this back, the Jack back towards the tee. Play something similar. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this game, short break, and we'll be into the Club Maryland's men's major singles final. And just like this game, we'll have a new Maryland's singles champion. Neither of these ladies have won a major singles. With the talent they've got, you would expect that would be the case, but it's not. The 2 men have both won major singles at other clubs, but not at Club Maryland's. Well, I don't know if Saylee just turned her back to go and get some water very quickly or not. I don't think she should be upset with that bowl, Brian.
She's got one behind pretty good there. Nice back bowl to start off with. If you're going to miss, go behind.
Only a metre. Chanel's going to beat that, I think it's going to be very close.
She's gone
Just
too
gone
far.
through. So you can see the tee there with Saylee just behind. We are Jack High Live, so we can say that Saylee is just under a metre past and Chanel just over a metre past. Saylee's going to stick to this forehand, the narrower hand here at Club Marylands.
And she's given us some grass. And that stays up, that rests against that back bowl there.
The grass on these three bowls has been absolutely perfect. Chanel does not have to change a great deal from her first bowl. She's looking good.
Just a touch heavy.
Very same bowl as the last. But there's plenty of room there, so Saylee will need to just drop a touch of weight.
And she's playing wide again there. Her bowls are getting out there and they do seem to be coming back at times.
They're turning out there at the moment. She's just going to be short, but it will be a counter. 1 foot short, or less than that in the end. So she's holding a couple. It's not in Chanel's way. Chanel will be playing the backhand here. And she's going to stick to it because that bowl is wide enough for Chanel to get in under. All she has to do is drop a metre. Unfortunately, she's dropped a couple of metres. So from a position where Chanel could have really put pressure on and being single figures from checking out as major singles champion, Saylee is holding 2 shots, trying to make 3 here, and Chanel will still have the right of reply.
It's coming in nicely.
This is probably going to be number 1.
A great shot.
Well, we're going to see something about what Chanel is like under pressure, because while she's got the lead, her lead is getting close to being evaporated if she doesn't change something here.
Saylee's probably holding 3 shots here.
Yep, definitely 3. And Chanel has got a great bowl.
Yep.
Wow, Chanel, that's what I said. You're going to see something about what Chanel can offer when under pressure. So instead of being at what I said, you're going to see something about what Chanel can offer. It's a 16-10 lead. And in singles, that could feel like a mile away. First to 25. Under pressure, Chanel Chakouch just played a great bowl, gave herself a chance, wanted to make sure she was up, wanted to make sure she was tight because that was where all the options were, and she played it perfectly. Well, we're looking at possible umpire call about the length of the end, and yes, the umpire's coming out now. Brian's giving us a good view of the balcony. So as Brian gets us sorted with the camera angles, we'll have a look at out the window. We're looking at the umpire Maureen Randall, current Bowls New South Wales Volunteer of the Year for very good reasons. She'll be looking at measuring the 21 metres for the length of the end. Where she's got her thumb and where the jack is, it looks like it was 2 inches short. So I would expect that Saylee will stretch this out like she's done the last couple of ends when she's had the mat. Well, she hasn't put the mat back right on the tees, but it's 1.5 metres up. So we're looking at Saylee Jones, 78 years old, 61 years older than her opponent, Chakouch. What a great advertisement for bowls. We know that there's a slogan out there, it's a game for all ages. Well, we've got some pretty decent extremes here, 17 and 78. And 5 shots in it. Sorry, 6. It's 16-10. Oh, what a great start from Chanel.
Yeah, great bowl there.
This young lady is producing the goods.
Good grass there by Saylee, but just not the weight to get there.
Well, the weight's not too bad. She's just gone tight. So if you're watching from outside our time zone, it is getting close to 20 to 11 in the morning. And this green will start to change quite significantly with the sun out. It'll get a little bit quicker and then all of a sudden it'll slow down because the moisture will come to the surface. So it's a pretty interesting time of the game here.
And of course, we didn't have much breeze blowing today either, so...
No, in the background you can see the trees and there's very little movement. That's the wider hand, and Saylee's played great weight again, but she's tight. Chanel with the far least experience on these greens here at Maryland's seems to be getting
in here.
on it a lot quicker than Saylee. That is great bowling from Chakouch. Well, Saylee needs to just get that extra bit of grass out there. Otherwise, she's going to be under a lot of pressure with her last bowl. She's increased her weight as well. She's very close.
And gets it.
That is what Saylee does a lot of. She's very good at that shot. She's gone from 3 down to holding shot. Chanel obviously will go and have a look. Take her time. Reduce her heart rate. She's 16-10 up. 9 shots only required.
But those last low shots can be very hard to get in a tight game.
Look, it is, but the experience of, like, Chanel's only 17, but her experience at the highest levels is really, really one of the highest you could imagine a 17-year-old kid. Chanel does like, when she plays weight, she does like to play more than less. And especially here at Maryland's, that's quite important on these pace green at the moment. Running at about 16, maybe 16 and a half at the moment. Probably more weight than less is what she requires. She probably has 3 seconds. That is a toucher, and it is not far from the ditch. But I will assume that Chanel will be playing well on ditch weight. It's all about what she's comfortable with this particular shot. Down here on a backhand. Doesn't turn much out on this hand, and so she's got a good line. Oh, she's just missed it. Well, she picked that very well because that is a horrible hand to play with weight.
Saylee just says this much.
Absolutely. And to put a bit of context in it, our women's pennant sides play in the opposite directions. They play from right to left of the screen, so Chanel has not played very many bowls in this direction. But to know this particular green on that hand with weight does not turn. She was so close to it. There's a lot of good bowlers, Brian, that miss that line by a lot more than that.
Yeah. We've seen them. Some of our top players, and even in the men's.
Absolutely.
Trying to play down that line.
So Saylee will come down on the backhand. She's holding shot. She's got options to knock her own up as plan B and C. But ideally around them to draw bowls for a second. And she's a bit quick. But 1 to Saylee Jones. We now have a 16-11 game. And whilst 5 shots is very close, in singles, being outside that 4-shot margin, which is one end, can sometimes feel quite large, especially if Chanel only 9 shots shy of winning her first major singles championship. It'd be nice to get some feedback from these women live about how they're feeling. Chanel always looks so cool, calm and collected. Saylee Jones has made 3 major singles finals here at Club Marylands and never won one.
Another great bowl there.
She started off well here. She will be so up for this game.
She took that out very wide and came all the way back.
3 major singles finals, never won one here at Club Marylands. Chanel Chakouch never won a major singles championship, but gee, she's played at some amazing clubs. She's won a major pairs against 2 of the best bowlers in the world, but never won a singles.
Saylee takes it all the way out there to that line again. She's been getting out there and bringing it back nicely on that hand, which has always been told was the narrow hand.
Well, it definitely is, but Saylee's bowls are turning nicely out there. She's got the grass right. She's got a couple of shots here.
2 shots here. Chanel playing that hand now, and she's taking the ball out there as well.
Yeah, hers is not going to come back as much, that's for sure.
That is a great bowl.
What a shot from Chanel Chakouch.
And she gets a toucher as well.
Nothing phases this young girl. Absolutely brilliant under pressure. She'll always go to the head. She'll always calm herself down, get the heart rate down.
Saylee's out there again.
And here she is, 16-11, first to 25.
Coming back, but just not enough.
Looking for a first ever major singles championship, and not only at any club, but at one of the most prominent women's bowling clubs in the world, not just Australia. Got a good line again. Oh, Chanel.
Again.
Nice bowling, Chanel Chakouch.
Touch off that one. Forwards in for 2. Saylee comes down to have a look.
This is an amazing level of bowls. This is some of the best women's bowls, or any bowls that you'll see. And one of the proponents we're seeing is 17 years old, Chanel Chakouch, up against 78-year-old Saylee Jones. Saylee, as I said before, has been in 3 major singles finals at this club, and the rich history that Marylands has had with women's bowls, it's amazing standard don't know what Saylee's mindset is, but does she think that this is her last chance of winning a major singles championship? Two bowls to come, one from Saylee, one from Chanel. At present, Chanel is holding 2 shots.
And they were 2 great bowls too. Played that wide hand, or narrow hand, went out to the lines, got him to come all the way back. Saylee now changing hands. Just looking to get a touch on that pink bowl and pick the jack up and move back a touch.
She's just going to be a bit quick. Yes, she would have been looking to move that jack back a bit. So Chanel, 16-11 lead, first to 25. She's holding a couple. If she can do something similar to her last bowl, she'll be 6 shots shy of her first ever major singles championship at the age of 17.
He's setting up to play the same shot again. Throwing it wide out to that line.
She's
taking the weight away.
Played it very conservatively, but who can blame her? She is 7 shots short of her first ever major singles championship. Saylee Jones, stalwart of Club Marylands, she's got to get another 14. Big mental game now. 7-shot difference. Having known Saylee for a while, Brian, I will not back against her at this stage.
No,
she is tough.
I think she might have come back in some of those matches she played as well.
Yep. Very good start from Chanel. To get to this position, Chanel has beaten some very high-level players, not just at club level but state level. In the semi-final, she beat another junior. In the quarter-final, she beat Samantha Nerona, who many of you will be familiar with, a state player. Jan-Ann Lazark in the last 16. One of the best over 60s bowlers in our region. And she started off with a win over an absolute Australian legend. Cheryl Gillard played for New South Wales for many, many years. So she's beaten some of the best. She's holding shot here at 18-11, first to 25.
Coming down the weight now.
But the maturity of this young girl, just taking her time there, thinking about the shot selection. Most bowlers would have just been on the mat and playing it. Chanel's had a good think about what she needs.
Just sails past her there.
Don't think she'll be too upset because I think at some stage, whether this bowl or next bowl, Saylee will make sure she's not short. And if she's close enough to jack, it opens up Chanel to trail it herself. Well, that'll be shot. angles are difficult from where we are. On the screen it looks like one, but Chanel's definitely looking to see what else is happening there. So if one of Saylee's bowls is close, I think the second one would be close too, Brian. So
I think she's only looking at the first one to see how much more between hers and Saylee's bowl there. So just needs to lose about a metre and a half of weight. Play the same shot. Just lose about a metre and a half, and she'll be on the jack.
yes, beats Saylee's bowl that's just to the left of the line there. Go one down, it's not a bad thing.
Kick in the ground afterwards.
Yeah, she doesn't like it, which opens up a big opportunity for Saylee. Well, she's finished in a good position. It's probably in the line of Saylee's best little 6-inch trail for 4. But Saylee hasn't had much of a look at it. She's probably got a shot in mind. So it'll depend on what Saylee thinks is happening here. It looks like one shot to Saylee. She's going to go down on the forehand. Well, it's just a draw. She's looking to draw around that front bowl of Chanel's.
Getting around it. Oh, I think might have just gone too far.
So it's at least one to Saylee. Chanel had a bit of a look to see what it was before that. She put the fingers out. Well, they're going to go to the tape.
Measure.
Well, they're actually going to look for shot.
As I said, when it looked like she was doing it on the fingers, I think she thought she might have been just in or just out.
Well, she's going back to Saylee's bowl, so it's very, very close. Possibly an umpire call. Well, this is the second time she's gone to her bowl as well. Umpire it is.
Umpire's call.
So a very important situation. Chanel gets this shot. She's 6 shy of becoming the club champion. If Saylee gets the shot, she's 6 shots behind, as opposed to 8. Umpire Maureen Randall, she's part of the Bowls New South Wales Umpire Committee. Very experienced.
She has the laser measure.
Quality umpire. Both players doing the right thing, getting off the bank. Getting onto the bank, sorry. Just let the umpire do their thing. Both players should be resetting, looking for the next end. Well, I'm not sure, Brian. She might be going for another instrument here.
Yeah, battery might have died.
Maureen may well have thought, well, battery, or does she think it was even there? Will she try another piece of equipment to try and discern any difference? My thoughts are if the laser is accurate, then you can't get any more accurate than that.
No. She's going for a tape measure now.
Very important measure here for Saylee especially.
To try and claw that one back.
Well,
Yep,
they're saying it's Saylee's, and it is very important for Saylee. She's back within 6 shots, but Chanel Chakouch 7 shots shy of her first ever major singles championship. As I've mentioned before, both of these have never won a club major women's singles championship, so we're going to have a brand new major championship winner. As we will in the next game, the men's game, we'll have a brand new Maryland's major singles men's champion. Both have won championships at other clubs, but not here at Maryland's.
I think most players must have took off for a toilet break while that measure was going on. We got one back.
It will be Saylee's mat though. So a very, very important part of the game here. Chanel definitely has the advantage. She's got a 6-shot lead and only 7 shy of winning this major singles championship. But the very experienced Saylee Jones, she's only 6, her thoughts will be, I'm only 6 behind. Put a couple of ends together back to back. I'll get back in this match. Saylee back now, she's leaving the mat right back. A couple of metres up. I would think she'd be putting this towards the tee. Not sure if she spoke to her coach Sue Jones in the break there, Brian. And we're just hitting 11 o'clock in the morning here at Club Maryland's, just south of the Parramatta CBD here in Sydney. And this is the time that this green can start to change a bit. So Saylee 6 shots down.
Would you eat extra wide on that one then?
Does she have the experience to get the change in pace? And that's a great pace bowl there. Does she have the experience on this pace to overcome this young gun, Chanel Chakouch, who has been absolutely, not just amazing, but just getting very solid stuff in every time as well. She's very experienced.
Great ball coming in here. Both bowlers on their first bowl there went extra wide on both sides.
Yes, well, if you look at our pairs final from yesterday, you would have seen that most were narrow. So these ladies ensuring that they're getting out there. Saylee's going to get the shot out of this bowl here.
She didn't cross that second line very much. She pretty well came down on that line.
She's 14 inches short.
So Chanel's played the hand. She's probably played a bit narrower than what her first one was. And she's going around the back. Nice draw there.
Pretty close. Looking live, I believe Saylee still has the shot. She'll stay on the same hand. Both these ladies preferring opposite hands from each other. So tactically, they've got clear runs.
Another good bowl coming in here now.
Just going to run through.
It was on a nice line.
Chanel's asked the question, so we'll see if our marker...
One
yes,
down.
so President Una Bell has indicated that Chanel is 1 down. It's 1 shot to Saylee with the blue bowl 14 inches in front of Jack on the line. And Chanel's just going to cut across here. She had the weight to get the shot. And she does have at least a couple of seconds, if not 3. She's at the head looking at what's going on here. So if Saylee does not beat one of those Chanel bowls, I would think that Chanel will be looking for that bowl to get a full count of 4. Put her on the springboard.
Just asking how far in front those 2 bowls were of Chanel's.
Yeah, look, she's going to change her hand. I'm not quite sure. I think she should have just been playing on the same hand and fixing her weight up.
Throw this one right out.
Well,
just try it. Sits that bowl.
Chanel's definitely got second shot, if not a couple. It's looking live, she might have a couple of seconds. I think tactically just draw the shot here. If she's 1 down, so be it. She's going to be 18-13 down if she doesn't get shot. Just draw the shot. Bet her own bowl out here on the backhand. No need to do anything silly to try and get multiples. That's what she's doing. It's looking pretty good.
Coming in on the line. Into her
own
bowl.
Just quick, that's all. So maybe she was looking for that bowl. Well, it's at least one to Saylee. We'll just have to see what they think about it. And looking live, I think Chanel's front one.
Oh, Saylee's putting the mat down where she wants it.
Yeah, definitely shot with Saylee's one on the line. So we just got to see whether it's 2 on the back bowl there. Fairly close. So while we've got this little bit of a break in play, just reminding you that not long after this game finishes, we're going to be getting straight into the Club Maryland's men's major singles final. That'll be Luke Fleming against Andrew Lawrence. When you consider the field that we've got, Brian, that's probably a bit of surprise.
Yeah, Andrew had a good win over Cody Packer there.
Andrew has been playing amazing bowls,
His last
as has Luke, and both deserve to be there.
Yeah.
But when you look at the field, if you looked at it right at the beginning, there'll be people out there that think that, yeah, a bit of a surprise that those 2 got through. But just a reminder that both of them have won major singles championships at 2 other clubs each. The depth here at Club Maryland's has got a lot of pressure on players to earn their role at platinum 1s, 2s. And that's what we want.
Yeah, but I think both boys played in the grade 1 last season. I think.
Yeah, well, Luke started
sort
off
of
in a little bit of platinum as well. Andrew Lawrence has got numerous club championships. Won the pairs a few times. Won the state men's 2s last year, as in pennants. He's won major singles at Belmore and Guildford before it became part of the Marylands group. He's won major pairs at 4 different clubs. That's pretty impressive, Brian.
Yes.
Major pairs at 4 clubs. That was
a good resume.
Yeah, Belmore, Chester Hill, Guildford, and obviously Marylands. He's done that a couple of times, I think, with Tony Wood.
So was that 2 shots, was it? Or just one?
Well, scoreboard's going over now, and it's only one, mate. It's 13-18. Five-shot difference. But we are getting to the pointy end. Chanel, 17 years old, 7 shots shy of her first ever major singles championship. And I don't think I'm exaggerating, as I've said before, but Maryland's would have to be one of the elite women's bowling clubs in the world. And we've got a 17-year-old up against a 78-year-old. And we've got a great match on our hands as we see Saylee Jones loving these longer ends, finishing a foot past, saying to her young opponent, well, this is what I can do. Can you do any better than this?
Great weight there. Great race.
Look, there'll be people out there watching on the screen, Brian. That bowl there of Chanel's is just past Jack High, and we're almost 2 to tee. On a 16.5-second green. This is impressive bowls.
You can see both girls coming down that side there now. Are both going way over that line now. I think you just need to be on that second line out.
Well, Chanel's just overcorrected her grass, but her weight is very good, so probably still one down. But the quality of bowls that we're seeing here, almost 2 to tee.
Yep. Quick
green, all 4 bowls within inches of Jack High. You're seeing some of the best bowls that you will see on live stream. Men's, women's, doesn't matter. This is open level, high quality bowls as we see Saylee Jones coming in, going to be just behind.
Just being a bowl, get behind it.
It's all about the angles that we are seeing on the screen compared to live. It's down the far end. I can't tell if it's any more than one there to Saylee. And this young lady, 17 years old, just about to do a HSC, so calm under pressure.
Just cutting across the head again.
Yes, but still within a mat length. Quality bowls. Look, Saylee having a good look at this, but she doesn't have to change much, Brian. A slight touch on the jack has got to bring a back bowl in if it's not already in. She's played 2 wonderfully grassed bowls.
Little trail, make 3.
Well, that's plan B. She'll be looking to draw. Little touch is the bonus. And Chanel with 3 bowls within a mat length could be 3 down at the conclusion of this bowl. So Saylee's last bowl coming down now. Don't think she likes it. The bonus being she's behind.
Just go through a couple of metres.
So no indication as to what the position is. It's got to be 1 to Saylee. probably a measure for two, the way I see it, Brian.
I think it'd only be one. The other one behind just might be a little bit too far.
Young Chanel Chakouch has got the weight up here, but she's going to cut across. Shy as well. So we're about to find out what the position is. I think Chanel's gone. Saylee, you've got one. Saylee's accepted that.
Yep, just one.
18, 14. First to 25. Some very tight results over the last few ends. Lots of singles.
I'd say we'll be on T to T again.
Yeah, well, that's what Saylee's been rolling as whenever she's got the mat.
Going very long.
She's also preferred this, well, I'm going to say narrower, Brian, but that's what it normally is, but it's turning a lot out there at the moment.
Yeah, you can throw your bowls out and come all the way back.
Well, she's going to be well and truly through here.
Heavy on that one.
She will stay up. Once again, she's nailed that line, which is very different to what we were seeing in the pairs final yesterday. It was a bit of a struggle for the ladies in the afternoon to get their line early on. As I said, the green will change about this time of day, so it's going to be interesting to see who can be on board with that change.
A bit long again.
Yeah, only a
Back on the
metre.
tee.
Only a metre, T to T. It's a good start. Saylee's going to overcorrect.
And just took too much off.
3 metres behind, 2 metres short. Pressure will be huge if you're not going to nail this one.
Well, she's thrown it right out, so she's got a good chance. She's got the right weight here. She's going through, but
So about a metre behind still. Well, Saylee needs to at least match, if not beat, these two bowls. Otherwise, the pressure for her with the last is going to be huge. And she's done that.
she's on that there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, just
Oh,
gone
no,
through.
she has not done that. She's gone through. So Saylee, with only one bowl left, is probably staring down at being 3 down, which would take Chanel onto the springboard. 21 it would make her, at least. And this is the best bowl on the green.
Slow down, Gav. It's just a bit of follow through on it now.
So Saylee will not be changing anything apart. Well, no, she is going to start on forehand. All she's got to do is get this weight right. Her grass has been very good with all three.
I think she might be short again.
She's going to be short, but she's close to being enough up for shot, and I think she's got shot,
Yep.
Brian.
That'd definitely be shot now.
So I think Chanel's call then was, yeah, I've got shot. So she asked that question. How many seconds do I have? She's got 3 fingers up. Una has agreed that it is 3 shots, 3-second shots. Oh, Chanel has just got the gap. If she got that bowl, she had 3 shots. She was on the springboard. It's 1 to Saylee Jones. Unfortunately, our marker, President Una Bell, is not well, so my co-commentator, Brian Sherlock, Vice President, he's going out there to take her place. So I'll be looking after the cameras and the scoreboards. And we are in a great situation for all you neutrals out there. We have an 18-15 scoreline. First at 25. Been going for nearly 2 hours now. Been a quality game. And if you just tuned in, just a reminder, we've got 17-year-old Chanel Chakouch with a 3-shot lead over 78-year-old Saylee Jones. Saylee sticking to these long ends. She's been playing them well lately. She's been chipping away at this lead from young Chanel. Chanel doing nothing wrong. She's got bowls in the head every end. But these longer ends, Saylee's been getting that one in there on her. As she finishes the 1.5 meters through. Great start there from Chanel Chakouch. Just past Jack High. Both ladies have played different hands in this direction for most of the match. Saylee's bowl coming in now. That's what's known as the wider hand out there for sure. She's drawn the shot, I believe. And Chanel playing backhand in this direction on the narrower hand. So her draw line is definitely inside Saylee's last bowl. Well, she's going to be around that because of the weight, but she's going to flop in for shot, I think. Looking good here from Saylee. Just through. Finger is up from Brian. I think that's towards Chanel, saying you've got shot, Chanel. And she's going to swap over to the forehand. And gee, she's played this grass well. What's her weight like? She's just going to run through. Well, it's close. The question has been asked from Saylee. Brian will say it's only one. Now Saylee has played all of her bowls on this forehand. She's going to stay with the forehand. So she'll be just trying to go a touch wider than the last bowl. Got a good line on it. How's the weight? Saylee Jones, 78-year-old Saylee Jones is just down according to the marker. So 17-year-old Chanel Chakouch going down on a forehand. She played all the bowls mainly on that backhand. All she's got to do is beat Saylee's last bowl. Couple of shots here would be extremely handy, but she's just going to come a little bit shy on that one. It's going to be 1 to Chanel Chakouch. I'll wait until Chanel comes up here to confirm it. The indication from the marker was probably only the 1 to Chanel. That's what Saylee's indicated to Chanel as well. Chanel has said, yep, I agree with that. So Chanel, 6 shots shy of getting her first ever women's major singles title. Saylee Jones, 10 shots shy of her first ever singles championship title. Just a reminder that after this game we'll be going straight into the men's major singles final between Luke Fleming and Andrew Lawrence. Great start from Chanel Chakouch. Quite a short end here. Probably about 26 metres. And in this direction, both ladies will play the same hand. Saylee a few metres behind. And Chanel has played another great bowl. That is a great bowl. This young lady, credit to not only herself but also her coach David Ferguson. Only 17, been a stalwart of Bowls New South Wales under 18s for several years. Saylee a good metre short. Just under probably. So Chanel's still holding a couple. Trying to pack them in. She's just going to be a touch behind. Good position. Couple of big bowls to come from Saylee at present. Chanel holding a couple of shots. Inches behind the jack. Quality bowls. Saylee's going to go through. So Chanel, as it stands, she's got a couple of shots. That would put her on the springboard. Which for those who haven't followed too much bowls, that basically means you're within one end of winning the game. And this one would put her within 3 shots. I think that counts. So it puts her within, the way it stands, puts her within 3 shots of holding match. So an important shot here from Saylee. There is a really good funnel up through here, and she's playing good weight for it. But she's going to be wide. That hand does not turn with weight, so it's at least 2 to Chanel We're about to find out, and as they come down, welcome to our head greenkeeper, Ben Harvey. How are you, mate?
G'day, Gavin.
Gee, you've got the greens running brilliantly, buddy. That's 3 to Chanel.
Very good game, Gavin.
Oh, absolutely. You probably haven't been listening, but Chanel, 17 years old, Saylee, 78 years old, and I did get permission from Saylee to mention her age. So I'm not sort of speaking too far out of school here. And Ben, you've been out there watching from a live perspective. What's the crowd like out there at the moment? Building up?
Yeah, there's a few people out on the balcony now. Which is good. It's a nice day out there for it.
Brilliant day weather-wise. Possible storm this afternoon, but the chances have apparently been decreased. So as we said, men's singles final to follow up from here not far after this game as we see Chanel 22-15 in the lead and getting 1 metre behind, I'd say a medium length end here. Saylee's been opting for the longer ends.
Yeah, well, that's sort of got the last couple of events now. Chanel's found her weight and found her speed on the...
Sorry, Ben, I've just put the button on for you. So no one's heard too much about you yet.
Oh, g'day, everyone. But yeah, no, Chanel's... She's found these medium lengths pretty well.
Well, one of the things I've been mentioning a couple of times too, Ben, is that the speed of the green at this time of day usually changes a bit.
Yeah.
And these women have been pretty good at picking that up, especially grass-wise. Saylee with a great bowl here.
Oh,
Oh,
just misses.
Chanel Chakouch, 3 shots shy of winning her first ever major singles championship. And to do it at a quality women's club is just amazing. Can Saylee at 78 years old, can she hang in here and change things up a bit?
Oh, she needs a big bowling now.
Absolutely.
Grass looks good. I think it's just going to come down to weight again.
Yeah, I think she's got this. Oh, just going to go through.
Through.
Well, she's still 3 down.
Yeah.
She got a big smile on her face.
That's what Chanel do. She'd be throwing it down and covering the back 3 bowls, wouldn't she?
Well, she's
You'd
holding
think.
match, so
Yeah.
split these back blue bowls. She's falling short of that, but she's
Probably not
counting.
where she wanted, but it's a good home regardless.
Well, it's just made 3rd shot, so the
No.
winning bowl is much closer now.
Big bowl coming up so late.
She's grasped it better, but I don't think she's
I
going to
think
get
she's-
back
yeah.
with that weight. And ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed a 17-year-old kid winning the major women's singles championship at one of the premier women's clubs in the world. So congratulations to Chanel Chakouch. What an amazing effort, Ben.
Yep, very good game.
And 78-year-old Saylee Jones, this is her 4th major singles final,
Wow.
Ben. You wouldn't have heard that.
No.
So, you know, she was very pumped up for this as well.
Yeah. Yeah, she's still, considering her age, she's still a very, very good player.
And lovely people. We can see the smiles there from both of them. Just a reminder, we're just about to cut out here now. We'll be back within 15 minutes with the men's singles finals. Ben, bit of a preview. You know both these players a bit.
Somehow, yeah.
What's your pick?
Well, you'd sort of go experience, you'd go on, you'd probably back Luke in, but, you know, Andrew's beaten some really good players to get here, so He's obviously in some good form.
Yeah, look, I'd like to think, from what I've seen the last few weeks, I think that both of these players are at the peak of their career form.
Definitely.
So I think we're up for an amazing game.
Yeah.
When you look at the talent in this club, like, you're on the final, so obviously it's got to be quality to be there.
Yeah, 100%.
They've obviously had to beat you to get here.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes, tune in, and we'll be looking at our men's major singles final from Club Marylands. Talk to you soon.